Well, I'm in my car and I'm now setting off on a journey. Hopefully you can see me okay. I've just loaded up my car with a load of equipment. And the equipment I've loaded my car up with is gardening equipment. And I've managed to get myself an allotment plot, which is very exciting. I did go down and see it the other day. However, we're going to go take a look at it now. We're actually going to do a bunch of work to it today. The first lot of work I've done to it. It's a nice little journey this. It's just into our local village. Oh. Bring you back. A couple of nice pheasants. We're here. Well, here we are at the plot. This is my new project, and I'm going to be mostly growing potatoes in here. I'm also going to be growing a few onions and also some sweet corn as well. So I've got 10 kilograms of potatoes that need to go in, and I want to get them in within the next 3 days, which is quite the challenge because I need to remove 4 of these established bushes. These are blackcurrant bushes. I also have a couple of little gooseberry bushes at the back which needs to be removed. By the way, all these are going back to my house and going to be planted up, so not going to waste. However, the raspberries are going to be going on to the heap over there, which is sort of a waste heap. So but they're going to be removed because I don't really want raspberries here. I've got plenty of them at home, and yeah, and they can be a bit of a pain in the bum because they can spread, so I don't want that. So I'm going to go ahead and dig these guys up. Then I'm going to go ahead and dig one of those up. Probably head off home, unless I want to take some grass off before I do that. Yeah, we'll just see how the day goes, and we'll see how much progress we can make. Probably going to document a lot of this with time lapses because I think it's going to be quite a challenge. God, that is quite hard ground. That's the first one. I knew it wouldn't be long. Jumper's coming off. Right, I'm going to go on a time lapse for a little while. Right, it's time to get one of these smaller bushes out. Now I think this is going to be quite hard work. This one seems like it's the smallest, but it's got the thickest stump, so we're just going to have to see what we can do. Yeah, try and get one out, so let's do it. There's a bit of movement. Well, I know I've been a bit brutal to this plant. However, I will be giving it another chance and putting it in the garden at home in hopes that it will, you know, create a new root system and everything. There are still some roots on here, but obviously nowhere near as much as there was. But I think that's the easiest way to get them out. So we'll proceed with that, with all bar maybe 1 or 2 on the edge. What a lovely day it is today, really warm. Lovely sunny. That's a really sunny spot here. Really sunny spot. It's going to get sun all day, so I'm expecting rapid growth here. Plenty of manure. I am going to create a couple of no-dig beds at the front there, and then all this back bit this year is going to be potatoes, and it'll probably be for the next God knows how many years, so but we'll see. Get these ones out off camera because I think it's going to be quite a job, like I said. Well, there we go, I'm back in the car again. I'm now going to head home and have some lunch. I managed to get a few things done. I cleared a patch of ground there. I managed to get all the bushes out, apart from one which I'm going to keep in. And yeah, there's still a lot of work to do, and I'm going to be back in just a little while after I've had my lunch. And I'm going to hopefully clear a bit more of the grass and weeds off of the surface here. And yeah, and then I think tomorrow we'll think about planting the potatoes in. Well, here we are, the other half of day number 1, and I'm taking off most of the weeds and the grass. Well, here we go, back again the next day, and I'm digging out the trenches today after I've removed all the weeds yesterday from the surface of this soil. And yeah, this was very hard work. Well, you can probably tell by the sweat on my head, I'm absolutely knackered. It's the start of day number 2. I got down here about 10 o'clock and it's now about 10 to 1. So I've been digging for quite some time. And obviously the only reason why I'm digging is because these are potatoes. This little patch in front of me here is going to be my no-dig bed on the allotment, so to speak. But these are my main crop potatoes. So they are going in. Not quite as deep as I would put them in at home, and that's simply because I'm going to mulch them, I think. So yeah, but they are all set to go. I'm now going to sprinkle a little bit of biochar down each of the rows, which is inoculated charcoal, and then I'm going to go ahead and bring down manure, and I'm going to put manure down in the trenches, put a tiny little bit of soil on top of the manure, and then go ahead and put the potatoes in, and then we'll just level them out, and then we'll hill them as they come up. It's going to be a lot of spuds, which is great because we do eat quite a few potatoes, and it would be nice to be fully self-sufficient in a specific crop. Well, there you go, that's the biochar down. I think it's time for me to go have some lunch, and then I'll be back putting some manure down in the trenches. Well, I've been home, had my lunch, and now I've brought back a bunch of manure with me. And I brought 5 sacks, you can see 4 at the moment, and I'm just going to be putting a little bit of this down each of the rows. And then what we're going to do is mulch with more manure as the potatoes come up. So let's go ahead and put some of this down, and I think we're going to try planting our potatoes today, so that's quite exciting. Well, there we go, that's one row done. Now I'm going to go ahead and do all the rest of the rows like this. off camera so I can get them done nice and quick, so we can get these taters in. Right, well it's time for me to put in the seed potatoes now. Like I said, I put all manure in the trenches, they're all ready to go. And now I just got to put the seed potatoes in. And the variety that I'm going to be growing is called Cara. I've never grown it before, so it's something new. Anyway, let's put them in. Right. Start at the end here and work our way along. This is definitely the shallowest I've ever put potatoes in. Well, main crop that is. Planting them just over a foot apart, I'd say. Right. Well, I'm going to do the rest of this on a time lapse. Well, the next stage is just to cover these potatoes over, and then as they grow up, we'll go ahead and hill them. So it's as simple as, well, this soil goes over here actually. Hopefully you can still see it. Give me a bit of a move. Right, so this soil up here goes over the potatoes. Simple as that. Just break it up a little bit as we put it in. And they should already be hilled up a little bit because of the manure that we put in. So, just like that. I'm going to do it all on a time lapse. Well, there we go. After a bit of hard work and grafting, we managed to get the potatoes in. Well, dig the trenches, put manure in the trenches, put the potatoes in, cover them all back over, and I put a little ridge on them all so I know exactly where they are. I have got stakes on these ones, but I ran out on them ones. So yeah, progress has been made. I don't think anything really needs to be done with this now. I will, when I next get an opportunity, over the next few days, I'll come down and I'll give them a water, either really early in the morning or later in the evening. So then the water stays, because we're getting some really nice warm weather at the moment. And I think if I put water on here, that'll just evaporate. So yeah, I'll make sure to come down nice and early or late and yeah, give them a good thorough water. Anyway, I'm absolutely knackered now, so I'm going to take a few days rest from here and just potter around at home. But I will at some point start on the no-dig beds, but at the moment I haven't even got the plants to go in there yet, so there's no rush. Right, well I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I'll hopefully see you on the next one. Have a good one.